I'm back! Hello everyone, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. As promised, in my Cast Wagon review, I'm back with yet another review, and I will be back one more time later tonight. I will finally reveal what the secret movie is when I release it. That's right, I'm going to keep it from you, but it looks like a fun one. So, we're not talking about that today. We're talking about a movie that, though, should really be on everyone's radar, and this movie's great. I'm Grant the Movie Guy. It's the movies and TV is what we do here, and today we're talking about Raya and the Last Dragon. This is the latest animated feature from Disney, and maybe one of their best in years. This film is directed by... Now I'm going to pick my phone out because there's 4 directors. I saw it in there. All of them should be proud of themselves. This film is the main directors. There's main directors and co-directors are Don Hall, who has worked on some Disney films including Big Hero 6, Moana, and Winnie the Pooh. And it's co-directed by Carlos Lopez Estrada, who directed Blind Spotting. Okay, this is why this movie is so good. And it's co-directed by Paul Briggs and John Ripa. All 4 of those people should be very, very proud of themselves. So, Raya and the Last Dragon. What is Raya and the Last Dragon about? Raya is voiced by Kelly Marie Tran. That's right, Rose Tycho. That's right, haters. Rose Tycho from Star Wars. She deserved better than this. She's really good. She's Raya. She lives in this mystical kind of kingdom. Has sort of a Eastern Asian sort of aesthetic that kind of is almost in the shape of a dragon, and the different colonies are sort of different parts of the dragon, and they're ruled by these guardian dragons who have disappeared, and but they have this magical orb, and basically what happens is that as humans do, which is what she puts it, it's because their world's become a wasteland because in all the fighting over the gem, it caused this mysterious force of some kind to consume most of the world and turn them to stone. So Raya, jumping ahead, that's when Raya was a child. Jump ahead 6 years later, Raya is now a young woman. She also was betrayed by her rival. What was her name? I just saw this movie. How do I not remember her name? Namor? Was it Namor? She's voiced by Gemma Chan, the great Gemma Chan. What's her name? Sorry. All the bumpers are left in. Namari. Who, by the way, I shipped them so hard. I absolutely shipped them as a couple. Because Kelly Marie was talking about how Raya's gay. I'm like, cool. Her and Namari. So, and she wants to reunite the gems and find the mysterious, one of the dragons, the last dragon of the title. She's voiced hilariously by Awkwafina in a performance that Awkwafina herself said that she was aiming for this film's equivalent of Robin Williams' Genie. You've succeeded. You're great in this. Awkwafina, the always terrific Awkwafina. And similar to the Genie, she's hilarious, but she's also a fully dimensional character like everyone else. So, to unite the gems, and they meet various different kind of people along the way, including a kind-hearted young boy who runs like a boat shrimp restaurant. You got this warrior who is gigantic and carries a big axe. So of course since it's a Disney movie, he's a total softie who is very, very sweet. Much like the big hulking dudes from Tangled. You got a baby they call Con Baby because she's a little pickpocket. Her and her little monkey friends, and then you got who are actually like chimp-looking creatures who kind of help her pickpocket. And then you also have the dragon and Raya. And yeah, and you got them all together. From like a makeshift family as they try to unite these gems and bring the world back together and bring all their loved ones back from being turned to stone. I loved Raya and the Last Dragon. I'm just going to go right out and say it. This might be the best non-Pixar Disney animated feature. And no, Flora and Ulysses, I love that too, but it doesn't count. Only the squirrel was animated. Since at least Moana, maybe since Wreck-It Ralph. I really loved this film. This is a beautiful film. It's not a musical. It's actually an action film, and a kind of a badass one. I really liked the action in this movie. The animation was gorgeous. I saw this movie in IMAX. Now, it's doing that thing that Mulan did where it's the premiere access $30 thing. Just go see it in IMAX. Like, unless you absolutely can, it's so worth it. Movie is beautiful. I'm not going to go too much on it. All I'll say is this. my experience was also nice because it's always, see, this is what it's about. So, I mentioned that I would feel sad if Earwig and the Witch was the first Ghibli movie a little kid saw. It's the opposite situation. I was in a theater, there was a big family with me. A big family there, not my own, but a family, in front of us. And there was a little tiny little girl, no older than 5. And she was looking at it was in IMAX. She had her hand on the seat in front of her, and every time I would occasionally, because it's stadium seating, kind of glance for a second, she'd be looking at the screen in awe and was so giddy at the end of the movie and was doing a little dragon sign thing. That's what this is about, guys. Like, it's like what Roger Ebert said. There's a distinction. Kids' movies are movies that are kind of juvenile, and that are really for little kids. Family movies, anyone, you could be 1, you could be 100, love them. Raya and the Last Dragon is a family movie. Raya and the Last Dragon is a family movie in the best sense. Everyone can get something out of it. And it also has a beautiful message about humanity thriving under the hate that humanity can give. What I mean is the message that humanity is capable of evil toward one another, but they're also capable of being kind, which I always say be kind to one another is true. And it's a darker Disney movie, and that's also what I liked about it. It took some risks. It had some intense moments. And it was also deeply moving. I'm going to gush if I keep going. All I'll say is this, is Raya and the Last Dragon is one of the best films of the year so far, and it's an early contender for best animated film of 2021. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I loved Raya and the Last Dragon. I think it's beautiful. I think it's also great representation for, cultural representation. I think it's really it's visually beautiful. There's a scene, whenever the water scenes, they look like the CGI is advanced to the point where it looks like live action. Awkwafina's hilarious and a wonderful character. Kelly Marie Tran is quite good. Gemma Chan. Ross Butler. Zachy from 13 Reasons Why. Zachy Dempsey. Has a small little vocal cameo. I didn't know he was him until the end credits. I loved Raya and the Last Dragon. 5 out of 5 stars. Let's close the book on it. A masterpiece. Keep getting the indie live-action directors doing Disney animated films. This is great. This is almost like when Guillermo del Toro had a tenure at DreamWorks. This is really awesome. 5 out of 5 stars, y'all. So we're going to add also, this is a first thing, we're going to start a new segment along with our other 2 now. Close the book on it. 5 out of 5 stars for Raya and the Last Dragon. And it is Raya, not Raya. I thought it was Raya. It's Raya. And this new segment is called, I'm going to call it, it's a preliminary name, To Make a Long Story Short. And what this segment is going to be is about, and it's not going to be a frequent segment because unfortunately, and it's mostly going to apply to Disney films, but animated shorts short films. Shorts before the movie. And we had, and kind of doing a little mini review of those. So, Raya and the Last Dragon is preceded by a short film called Us Again, which also gets 5 out of 5 stars. Us Again is a beautiful animated short. I love this little film. I don't know who directed it. In fact, let me give them the proper credit. Hold on. We have time, I'm sorry. I'm clearly very professional, as you can see. Let's see. Who directed Us Again? Us Again. Zach Parrish. And it's written, Zach Parrish. Great job, Mr. Parrish. So, Us Again is this beautiful, it's a near dialogue-free, music-driven short. It's basically, this couple, they were elderly at the beginning of the story, and, actually, where it starts is, it's a young couple, and then we flash forward to them in their winter years. It starts to rain, and they go out, and then suddenly they turn young again as the raindrops fall on them, and they dance joyously. It's a dance-driven short. And eventually, the message ultimately is, certain things happen, and the message ultimately is that you're never too old to dance in the rain and to show your love through dance. I love this short. This is a beautiful film. Beautiful, should get Oscar-worthy attention. It's beautifully animated. And this, along with the movie that was attached to it, this is why we need 3D back. If anything else is for this kind of thing. So, Us Again, beautiful. Alright, 5 out of 5 stars for my ranking for, to make a long story short, 5 out of 5 stars. Now, trailer trash. This is pretty short. Trailer trash. First up, The Boss Baby 2, Family Business. I'm gonna be honest with you, I liked the first Boss Baby, I did. Mainly just the gimmick and the humor of DreamWorks making an animated G-rated version kind of Glenn Ross, David Mamet's Glenn Ross. Okay, it was funny, and it looks interesting. It's kind of looks like it's going to be, as for picking where the ending is, the Boss Baby and his brother are now grown-ups, and then the Boss Baby's brother's daughters of the Boss Baby's niece is the new Boss Baby, and she temporarily turns her uncle and father back into babies, and they go on an adventure. Looks cute. Next one I've talked about before. I forget which video we talked about it. Was it Land, maybe? Maybe it was Land. In the Heights. Excited. I think it's going to be great. Great musical. Lin-Manuel Miranda's a genius. I can't wait for it. Next one is a movie I had never heard of. Luca. This is the new Pixar film. It looks really interesting. It looks like it's set in Italy, kind of on the Riviera, and it's like looks a little bit. Design looks a little bit like a G-rated animated Shape of Water, kind of like they're kind of like these little weird, like multicolored sea creatures, who are like shapeshifters. It's like these two little boys who are brothers, and they turn into these like fish creatures. Looks interesting. And then finally Peter Rabbit 2: The Runaway. Weirdly enough, even though it's nothing like the books, I really kind of loved the first Peter Rabbit. I was shocked at how much I liked it. I'm gonna check this one out. I think it looks good. So, was there shawarma? No, not really. The credits were animated beautifully, though, and I think you should still watch them. There's this kind of a nice song. So, I gotta go. So we're gonna close the book on Raya and the Last Dragon a little sooner. See you all very soon for my next movie, a secret review, and then we'll close this weekend bonanza, or week-long bonanza, tomorrow with my super duper extra long WandaVision breakdown. So go see Raya and the Last Dragon. It's beautiful. And see it in theaters if you can, please. I know not all of you can, but please try your best. But if you have to spend the $30, do it. Just watch it any way you can. So that's it for me. I'll see you next time very soon. Until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. See it all. I'm happy to share it with you. Please go see Raya and the Last Dragon. It's a masterpiece. I love you all. Appreciate you all. Kind to one another. Take care. Thank you.